In this screencast, we will talk about conjunctions. Now, I always find that conjunctions are the part of speech that students come to me knowing the best, at least if I go based on the evidence of their singing ability. You know what I mean.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Conjunction, junction, how's that function? I got three favorite cars that get most of my job done. Conjunction, junction, what's their function? I got and, but, and, or, they'll get you pretty far.
So I'll spare you my singing, and we'll move on to cover a few other important parts about conjunctions. So coordinating conjunctions, which are what we saw in the Schoolhouse Rock video, are also known as fanboys. No, wait, not the Comic Con type of fanboys, but these fanboys, for and nor, but, yet, and so. So these coordinating conjunctions join two words or groups of words of similar status. And here's what I mean by status. So take a look at my example sentences. In the first three, I'm combining equal terms here. So I like Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. I like Spider-Man, but not Fantastic Four. Or I don't like Spider-Man or Fantastic Four. In all of those, I'm really just joining two nouns. Now, in the last example, I say I don't like comic books, yet I do like superhero movies. In that case, I'm joining two separate ideas, which are actually both independent clauses. So whether it's short, like Spider-Man Fantastic Four, or long, I don't like comic books, I do like superhero movies, the coordinating conjunction is joining equal terms. They match up. However, there's also a different type of conjunction that joins unequal terms or ideas. It's called a subordinating conjunction, and the root sub means under or like less than. So when we use subordinating conjunctions, we are joining a smaller sub idea to a main idea, like a submarine goes under the water. Or if you are an employee, you are subordinate to your boss. That's kind of how you can think of it. So in grammar terms, we are joining a dependent clause, which cannot stand alone, to an independent clause, which can stand alone. So take a look at the example box down at the bottom. This is not an exhaustive list of all subordinating conjunctions, but these are some really common ones that we'll come across. So it's good to familiarize yourself with them. But now let's break down the difference a little bit more between coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. So here are some more examples. The sentences on the left are what we call compound sentences because they consist of two independent clauses. The independent clauses are underlined. I am happy, you are happy. Now, if we wanted, we could remove the fanboys conjunction and just make these two separate sentences. No problem. I am happy, you are happy. But because the and acts as a joiner, it's not technically part of either clause. And it's like the sentences are just sort of hooked together like barrel of monkeys hook their arms together. But on the right, the subordinating conjunctions join two unequal clauses. So these are the green ones. The independent clauses are again underlined. So those start off the sentences. I am happy. Dickens went to America. That's a complete thought. But the sentences end with dependent clauses. When you are happy and when he had a chance. Now, neither of those could stand alone as a sentence. They kind of leave you hanging, and hence they are dependent clauses. They are tacked onto the main clauses with that subordinating conjunction when. A few more notes about conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions have two parts. If you have the first part, you must also include the second part in your sentence. So the correlative conjunctions are listed up in green on the right-hand side of the screen, and I've got some example sentences at the bottom. So if I said neither Katie and Mary like sardines, that just wouldn't sound right. It sounds weird because we know from general conversation that neither should be paired with nor. So when it comes to correlatives, just follow your ear. So the correct version of that sentence would be neither Katie nor Mary like sardines. A final conjunction to talk about is the conjunctive adverb, which, surprise, acts as both a conjunction and an adverb. For example, I could say the sentence down in purple. I do not like sardines. However, I am a fan of tuna. However is a conjunctive adverb in this case. These words, like however, therefore, moreover, they often work to transition between ideas as well, but keep in mind that they can sound stuffy and kind of pretentious. So you might want to consider using them sparingly. And when you do use them, you'll note that you always have a semicolon that ends an independent clause, then your conjunctive adverb, followed by a comma, and then your next independent clause.